Yo, what's going on, guys? Parker here, and I am back with another video. And today I got my top 4 MLB prize picks and NFL prize picks plays for the day. We got a full MLB slate and we got an NFL slate today, as we got two Monday Night Football games, and I got to play from both games for that. And I got 2 MLB plays as well. But before we get into this video, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel down below if you are new. Give this video a big thumbs up, as it really helps my channel out a ton and helps push my content out to more and more people. So I really would appreciate that. And then also, guys, go ahead and join my SoBet community today with the link down below in the description. As it is the top link in my link tree. And my link tree is the top link in the description. SoBet is pretty much a sports gambling social media site where you can filter your stuff for you and only see the plays from the people you're following. You're going to get full access to all my plays, all my write-ups, every single thing like that. And then also 50 plus other cappers, all their plays, all their write-ups, everything like that. So it's definitely an awesome app. And it's definitely something you need to take advantage of today, because I definitely think it's worth it, guys. And I definitely think this is a great way to make money for all of us. And we can make money together. And also, it really supports your boy a ton. So I really would appreciate that. And then without further ado, let's get right into today's plays. So first day of the week, new week started. Sorry for the inconsistent uploads the last couple of weeks. I've just been super sick. Like, I was in Labor Day, so I was out of town for a few days. And then just the last week, I've just been super sick. So that's why the inconsistent uploads. We're back on a regular schedule today. I'm feeling better. I'm still a little bit sick, but it is what it is. We're going to push through, and we're going to come through with the plays today, because I really do like this slate a lot. So let's get into it. So first off, I got Naji Harris, over 51.5 rush yards versus the Browns. He's over this line in all 4 career games versus the Browns. The Browns had the 8th worst rushing defense in the NFL last season, so obviously this is a great matchup here for Naji. 23-plus attempts in 3 of his 4 career games versus the Browns. The volume should definitely be there today in this matchup. And then this game should be close throughout. Naji should get an abundance of carries throughout the game and have the ball in his hands a lot. I definitely think Naji covers this. Like, if you look at his stats in his career versus the Browns, he's had 23 or more carries in 3 of his 4 career games. Do you know how absurd that is? Like, nobody is getting 23 or more carries on a consistent basis in games and stuff. Like, that's just something really, really crazy, guys. And I don't think that's something to not take into consideration here, because they really do try and feed him against the Browns. And we know that Browns pass rush is as elite as it gets. You got Myles Garrett over there. You got a lot of other really good pass rushers. We know that pass rush is as elite as it gets. So how do you beat that? You run the ball. And I think they're going to run the ball today with Naji a lot. I think his carries would be a great play at 13.5, but it's not on PrizePicks currently. If it gets added to PrizePicks, I definitely like his carries maybe a little more. But as long as it's not on PrizePicks, like, it's still not. I like Naji Harris over 51.5 rush yards versus the Browns. Next up for the second game, this is technically the first game. I got Bryce Young over 28.5 pass attempts versus the Saints. He's over this line with 38 in his first game of the season. The Saints are the better team than the Panthers. He'll likely be trailing and have to air the ball out throughout the game. The Panthers, had a lisp there. The Panthers showed last game that they want to be aggressive with Bryce Young and give him plenty of opportunities to air it out. Honestly, this line is way too low for a team that is very likely, going to be trailing throughout this game. They're going to have to air the ball out, and 28.5 pass attempts is just too low of a number. I really do think Bryce Young might cover this line. I don't know. And try to think. Bryce Young, 28.5 pass attempts. He might cover this line in the third quarter, seriously, because I really do think the value is there for this, and I think this line is just way too low. So Bryce Young, over 28.5 pass attempts versus the Saints, is my second play of the day. Next up, I got Lance Lynn, over 6.5 strikeouts versus the Tigers. Lance Lynn, if you've looked at his last 5, if you are a last 5 bettor and you don't know much about sports betting and you just look at the last 5 and everything like that, he is under this line with 3-1-1-1-3. Lance Lynn has been struggling in terms of strikeouts. However, this guy is a big-time strikeout pitcher, and it's just been a weird fluke, and we're going to leave it at that. He's minus 150 to go over this line on Fanduel. The Tigers strike out the 3rd most in baseball over the last 30 days. The Tigers strike out the third most in baseball versus right-handed pitching this season. Lance Lynn is definitely going to hit this line tonight, hopefully. I really like the value here. The Tigers also are a really bad offense, so there's a high chance that Lynn goes 6 or 7 innings tonight, and that just makes it even more likely that he covers his strikeout line. So this is a guy who had 16 strikeouts in a game earlier this season. I'm not worried about his last 5 performance. I just think it's a fluke, honestly. So Lance Lynn, over 6.5 strikeouts versus the Tigers, is my third play of the day. Next up, for my fourth and final play, I got Joe Ryan, over 6 strikeouts versus the Reds, my Reds. The Reds strike out the 5th most in baseball this season. The Reds strike out the 7th most over the last 30 days. He's over this line in 3 of his 4 starts since coming back from injury. He has 10.9 strikeouts per 9 this season. So he's just really been dominating these strikeout lines and really been crushing these lines. Joe Ryan, high strikeout pitcher, extremely high strikeout pitcher. He's coming off of his injury. He's starting to get that pitch count ramped back up. He's not having a pitch limit anymore. And I think this is just too low here and too good a value for Joe Ryan. Even though Lance Lynn, the books are favoring him more than Joe Ryan to go over, I think Joe Ryan's line is just, I think it's more free of a line. And he threw 102 pitches last game. And I expect that pitch count to be there again once again as well. Sorry. So I think Joe Ryan's going to have a high pitch count again. He's going to go deeper into the start. He only went 4 2/3 against the Rays. Expect him to go 5 or 6 innings and crush this line today. So Joe Ryan, over 6 strikeouts versus the Reds, is my fourth and final play. So those were my top 4 NFL and MLB prize picks plays for the day. Like I said, if you enjoyed my content and you do want to see more from me, subscribe to the channel down below for the daily uploads. Give this video a big thumbs up as well, as it really helps my channel out a ton and helps push my content out to more and more people. So go ahead and make sure you do that down below. But without further ado, guys, join my SoBet community. Make sure to join that. I really would appreciate it. It's the top link in the link tree, and the link tree is the top link in the description. It helps me out a ton, supports me a ton, and I promise you it'll help you guys in the gambling world as well, as you'll be able to ask me more questions on there and everything like that. And make sure when you sign up, because sometimes it doesn't do it, make sure it says Fields Focus as the code. If you have to enter it in manually, it's just Fields Focus. But yeah, guys, I really would appreciate if you joined my SoBet. Subscribe, like I said, and can't thank you all enough for the support, boys. We're on the road to 3,000 subscribers. Let's try and get there by the end of October. It's mid-September now. Let's try and get there by the end of October. But without further ado, I will see you on the next one.